Starting a business while you're still working a full-time job or even a part-time job means you're already operating with less time than someone who isn't employed at all. That's the math of it all. Fewer hours equals less flexibility, more competing priorities at home, at work, and in your own head. All of that is going to require some strategy to keep everything afloat. And because of that, you don't get to pick just any business idea or any offer and hope it works out. You have to choose something that fits into the spaces you actually have available, not the imaginary free time entrepreneurship advice assumes you have. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess. I help people who are building businesses while still employed create exit strategies that respect their real lives. I focus on offers that work alongside your job, your home responsibility, your energy levels, especially with them kids, so you can build momentum without burning yourself out. This video is part of my Escape Your 9-to-5 series, and today we're talking about how to create an offer that works with your life instead of fighting with it. Because when time is limited, your offer has to be intentional. That is imperative. If you're building a business while working a job, your offer has to respect your time and your energy and your schedule and your long-term goals. Anything else is a fast track to resentment and burnout. So let's start with the first question most people completely skip over. What can I sell that doesn't take up all of my time or require me to work during the same hours as my job? Ooh, that's a good one, right? If you're working a 9-to-5, selling something that requires you to be live on calls or actively delivering during the day creates immediate friction. That friction shows up as stress, rushed deliveries, and eventually missed opportunities. This doesn't mean you can't sell services. It just means you have to be more intentional about how those services are delivered. Asynchronous offers work beautifully here. Think about audits or reviews, written feedback, strategy documents, or recorded walkthroughs. You do the work when it fits your schedule. The client still gets high-value support without needing you on demand. You can deliver it when you're finished. Digital products also belong in this category. Templates and guides, frames, workbooks, and trainings allow you to create once and sell repeatedly without trading hours for dollars. But I want you to be very careful here. There is a global reckoning happening, and people are not purchasing digital products that don't solve a problem, don't meet their needs, and don't provide a lick of value. You've got to give them something. If your offer requires you to be constantly available in real time, ask yourself whether that fits your current season. If it doesn't, you're going to have to adjust your delivery. Don't force your life to bend around your offer because that simply isn't necessary and it leads to resentment. Now, let's talk about the second question I often get. What can I sell that will scale once I leave my regular job? Scalable offers share a few traits. They're repeatable, they're clear, they don't require you to reinvent the wheel every time you get a new client. One-to-many offers are powerful here, like courses, content creation, programs, memberships, group experiences. Those all allow you to serve more people without multiplying your workload at the same rate. This also includes service offers that can be templatized. A clear process means you can eventually delegate parts of the delivery, bring on support, or streamline how the work actually gets done. If your offer depends entirely on your personal availability, scaling is going to become extremely difficult. That doesn't mean you should abandon it. It just means you need to start thinking ahead. Ask yourself whether this offer still works when you want more time with the family, or more freedom to travel, or more revenue without having to double your work and your effort. Now, we need to talk about demand because passion alone doesn't pay the bills. What can you sell that solves a first order or a second order problem? Let me define those for you. A first order problem is urgent and painful. People feel it immediately. Cash flow issues, compliance requirements, health concerns. These problems get attention because they block progress. On the other hand, a second order problem supports or improves the solution to the first order problem. Think organization, systems, efficiency. These problems still matter deeply, especially to people who are ready to grow past that first order problem. If your offer solves a third or fourth order problem, something that feels nice but optional, selling becomes harder. You end up educating forever instead of converting consistently. You want your offer connected to something people already need. When your solution ties directly to stability or income, clarity or momentum, buying feels like the responsible thing to do rather than something indulgent. This matters even more when you're building quietly. You want proof of demand without burning energy convincing people they should care. Now, let's talk about the piece everyone loves but barely plans correctly. What can I sell that makes money for me 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? This is where leverage enters the conversation. Digital offers shine here. Self-paced programs and evergreen trainings, templates, and resources can sell while you sleep. They can sell while you're on vacation, while you're at work, and while you're living your life. This doesn't mean you create something once and disappear forever. No. It means your effort compounds instead of resetting every day. An offer that earns passively still requires maintenance and marketing and refinement. The difference is that your income no longer depends on your constant presence. When you build something that can sell without you being there, you create a little breathing room. That breathing room gives you options, and options is what is going to create power. Now we can get to the part that most people never ask themselves honestly. What can I sell that can sustain me for the next 5, 10, 25 years? So this right here is for anyone who wants to stay in business. I'm not talking to the ones who want to get in, get rich, and get out quickly. If you hate what you're selling, the money will not save it. Let me say that again. If you hate what you're selling, the money will not save it. Resentment creeps in, delivery slips. You start avoiding your own business. You want an offer that aligns with your strengths, your interests, and how you like to work. Something that feels useful rather than draining. Something you enjoy refining and improving over time. This doesn't mean every day is going to feel magical. It means the work feels meaningful enough to stick with it. Look at the overlap between what you're good at, what people need, and what they'll pay for, and what you enjoy solving. That overlap there is where sustainable offers live. Okay, quick pause here, because if this is already shifting you and how you think about your business, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. My videos are designed to walk you through building a real exit strategy, step by step. And you don't want to miss what I've got coming up next. Let's get back into it. Now, let's pull all of this together. An offer that fits your life, respects your current constraints, while also preparing for your future freedom. It doesn't demand you become a different person. It works with your schedule instead of pushing against it. It solves a real problem people already care about. It scales without collapsing your capacity. It earns beyond the hours you can physically work. And it's something you can stand behind for years and years to come. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed or unsure what to sell, that's not a failure. I don't want you to feel like a failure. That usually means the offer has not been designed with your life in mind yet. You're allowed to build slowly. You're allowed to build quietly, and you are allowed to design something that supports you instead of draining you. Hustle culture in entrepreneurship is not necessary. Your business should be a bridge out of your 9 to 5, not another cage with nicer branding. You're not behind. You're building wisely. You're building strategically. Somewhere along the way, we decided that starting a business meant signing up for exhaustion and long nights and lost weekends, hustling before work, after work, during lunch breaks, while eating a sad-looking little salad in your car before the inevitable ugly cry, and then going back to that place. And we wondered why so many people burn out before they even make their first real dollar. Look, in the next video, I'm going to talk about when you know it's time to turn in that notice and what to do next. Until then, I want you to take a breath, look honestly at your life, and start designing from there. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.